Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero back here again with some more 2v2 tournament action. This time we are in the semi-finals and we have Team TiberianFuture and Blackheart. Team Future is Black, I think it was, and Worker and Sozdatel, which is B3, sup, yo-yo. They had some fancy team name, but I can't remember what it was. And it's not terribly important, but what is important is that we're on Ice Arena, a map that I really do like quite a bit. I think they probably need to cut the edges down a little bit, the top and the bottom. It's a little bit too wide, and maybe condense the center of the map a little bit because there's a little bit too much dead space. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a moment, but we'll jump into this game here for the time being. So there's a big battleship in the middle, which is pretty cool, and you've got two dry blue tip fields on either side. If we jump over here, there is a mountain range, and we have the first player here playing as green. It's going to be Blackheart as Blackhand. And that means TiberianFuture is going to be Traveler 59. You each have your own starting field. There is a spike in the corner, and there is a spike over here as well. Usually one guy will just take both. But again, there's a lot of room here. Big open area. You've got the mountain range, which extends up here to a double expansion. So there's two green fields right next to each other. A lot of dead space up here, even lots of water and stuff like that. So you can see what I mean when I think they need to bring the edges down a bit. And in the middle here, there's just lots and lots of flat space. So there's hell flat space here. Another expansion field leading into the enemy base over here, where we're going to be seeing as Traveler 59. It's going to be B3, no, it's Scrin, sorry, and GDI is going to be Worker. So Worker Ant is going to be playing as GDI here. And of course, the same is mirrored on the other side. Expansion field, lots of space down here, and just the space between this expansion, and if we move all the way across here, that's a long way to travel just for the enemy base. A lot of disintegrators coming out, so something is actually happening, so we're going to have to keep an eye on this one. And just like Wasteland Circles, you're going to have to get used to the map a little bit over time. Keep an eye on where I'm moving around on the minimap. It's got that window there. He is going to keep these hidden, so is this going to do a lot of damage? That's the question. And oh, by the way, this is a best of 5 this series, so we may be in for up to 5 games in this series, so semi-finals were a lot longer, but it's going to be interesting. I think these teams are reasonably balanced as well. I'm not sure what Blackheart is doing. He is flame rushing. He has a spare rocket squad as well. Maybe just worried about bikes or something. The Reckoner will come out. Will he sell off? I think it's just one Reckoner, double flame. It is popular as a very, very, very light flame rush. But meanwhile, he has these guys over here. They do get spotted. There's 2 gunwalkers. They must have seen these in advance. Yeah, they got completely shut down. And they're going to have to get out of there. Need to watch out. They're cutting the corners a little bit fine there. They do get shot up a little bit by these gunwalkers. He's not going to be enjoying that, but he should be able to get away because disintegrators are faster. Meanwhile, another battle marker up there. What was that? No, it's nothing serious. It looks like the Traveler 59 player, the Scrin player, B3 is moving over here. It looks like the mountain range is kind of blocking his drone ship a little bit. No, he's actually going to deploy. Wow, he's going to deploy in a very secure location. Maybe worried about the disintegrator squads there, so you can place over the other side for sure. But yeah, very secure there. He's not going to take any damage from being behind that mountain range. That's going to be very good for him. Meanwhile, what's happening down there? Nothing much. I'm not sure where the Reckoner is, by the way. It is out here somewhere. He probably won't be up the top because that's where he's luring him to. Oh, it gets in. The Reckoner has crossed the map and he will be getting into this base. It would have been great to put it in that little gap there. That gap right there, but obviously he's been rushed to put that down. He's taking a lot of damage. Oh, there's only one flame unit and a rocket in there, and he's going to be able to repair that. Wow, completely shut down. Completely shut down. Yeah, if he put that in that gap, it might have been a different story. Maybe he couldn't fit in that little spot. I'm not quite sure. Meanwhile, there is a flame tank by Blackheart out. So he has got a flame tank here. And there's a disintegrator squads. Oh, they sniped down that pitbull straight away. Meanwhile, B3 is still continuing to chase these guys. The flame tank is actually destroying the gunwalkers, although it's not doing that much damage, is it? Wow, flame unit's not very damaging, but nonetheless, this flame unit will be moving here. Seeker tanks are going to find it, and there's really not much point. I mean, I guess he kind of has to run. But yeah, just to draw these guys out. Blackheart does have 4 bikes, does move through. I wouldn't engage that. No, that's probably not a good idea. There's a pitbull. There's more pitbulls coming. Fast attack is going to be very important at the start. And Blackheart unable to really do too much at all. And he is going to be getting out of there pretty quick smart. So unfortunately, those guys getting really shut down quite a lot. So Blackheart, what has he got at home? He's got double war factory before he even went for a second refinery. So it is doable as Blackhand if you're just going to build bikes and buggies. But for how long? That's the question. Battle markers raging up here. There is another Reckoner. This one here has a flame unit and a Cabal squad in it. And he's actually going to be going for harvesters. Okay, probably not the best idea. He can't really do too much damage to harvesters. But he will be focusing down that structure now. Meanwhile, bikes are moving across here. They get shot up a little bit by the Seeker tanks. These Seeker tanks are getting closer to this base, though. He does actually pull back, and these bikes really don't need to have to do that. But he's trying to get that refinery. only with one Blackhand squad, not doing too much damage. The bikes now trying to shut this down. They probably could just go in and kill those last few Gunwalkers, but they are going to be moving up here. But Disintegrator squad's coming out by B3. Meanwhile, the second Reckoner just keeps switching its targets, and of course, the Engineers now just continually repairing. He does have Elite Blackhand in there, but yeah, it gets shut down. He's not going to be able to do too much against this. That tower just firing valiantly there, but the Blackhand just don't die. And he's finally just going to run them down over there. Meanwhile, there's lots of small skirmishes on this map. There are a lot of small skirmishes breaking up, and these guys will clean it up. So looks like Blackheart and TiberianFuture will be able to defend their side of the map just momentarily. He could just quickly take that Gunwalker down, and he will do so now. But Worker Ant, he has got some Pitbulls out here, so he's going to be moving these Pitbulls across the map. There's no expansion there. Blackheart only just reached that location. He has double ref. Did the Travel 59 player expand? Yes, he did. And he's got a ref down there, which is very nice. Moving some Disintegrator squads up there. But the Pitbulls are down here, and he really should be okay. I mean, he's got a lot of bikes here. These bikes are going to have to start sniping these guys down. He might lose a Harvester. No, the Pitbulls decide to back off. So probably a smart decision. Would have lost maybe a little bit too much just with a focus fire. But these people still continuing to come in. That Seeker tank is pretty much as good as dead. Wasn't really going to achieve too much. Still beaconing that Buzzer Swarm. Obviously doesn't want that Scout to stick around. Meanwhile, TiberianFuture is making a move on the other side of the map. Disintegrator squads will shut down the pit harassment for sure. There is a little bit of an engagement there, but no, TiberianFuture decides it's not worth it. B3 doesn't have too much economy. He doesn't really have too much at all, does he? He's got a lot of tier 1. He does have tier 2 here now, though, so that is done. But he is going to be shooting this up. Meanwhile, Disintegrator squad's just pushing these guys back. That Predator tank not going to be so lucky. He's going to get caught for sure. And he will go down. But meanwhile, TiberianFuture just pushing. So both these guys here have been helping each other a little bit throughout the game. But now it's really come down to a 1v1 on either side of the map. Just momentarily. We'll have to see how this goes. He is defending out with his spike here. No, repair drones are actually there. Sorry. So he does have repair drones for his units, but he's fighting against Gunwalkers here. It's really just going to be trading units for units at the moment. He's not going to do any economic damage at all with what he's got there. But it looks like Worker Ant moves across, but unfortunately he runs straight into Disintegrator squads. More dead Pitbulls, a lot of dead Pitbulls, and unfortunately for him, he will be pulling back with his forces here. Decides he's not going to continue on pushing this area here. B3's got quite a few units. He did get a tech center down, so a tech center before a second refiner. We have to see what he's going to do with that. Meanwhile, APCs are moving across here. There's 2 Predator tanks as well. Blackheart doesn't have too much to defend. There's only a handful of bikes, and he is low on money. He could be transitioning his Harvest to sell off a ref or 2, but he's in a little bit of trouble now. He's trying to get down these rocket squads, and he's going to try to make a stand with these bikes that he has as well, and he should be able to quickly kill 2 of those APCs, which he will be doing so very shortly. Get some more shots on, so he's doing a good job with the bikes. What's happening over here? Pitbulls are raiding through, but they're not going to be able to do too much damage. Meanwhile, a Shrine is there, but he doesn't have the upgrade, and he hasn't started the upgrade. His Harvesters are under attack. Pitbulls move through here now. A second MCV by Blackheart is moving down. Disintegrator squads are responding. I'm not even sure if any Harvesters went down. They did get shot up pretty badly. Maybe at least one went down. I'm not entirely sure. But it looks like Traveler 59 player TiberianFuture will be helping out his ally here to push this back. Rocket squad's responding, take down more APCs, and of course, if he builds more APCs, he won't have as many Predator tanks for the Scorpion tanks that are now being produced. There is an attack heading to the north side of the map as well, but we'll just stay focused on this one until that engages, and I think they are going to engage. It's Mechapedes versus Mechapedes. FaZe comes down, actually FaZe his own Mechapede. Not sure if he intended to do that, but B3 has 4 Mechapedes here now. This is a problem. Harvesters have to be pulled off the line. Does he have a Storm Column coming? I think he does have a Storm Column coming. He's going to need it quickly. It looks like Blackheart's going to send his Scorpion tanks to assist. Rocket Squad's going to chill here. They could probably be destroyed by these APCs, though. That could be a problem. Meanwhile, he's moving and he's trying to focus down the head. Some of the Disintegrator squads just get completely massacred. But aside from that, the rest of the Tier 1 units not going to be able to do too much. Storm Column comes down. We'll be able to do a decent amount of damage. That lightning spike does belong to B3. 1 mecha goes down. He is trying to focus. Wow, he gets the Storm Column. That's a pretty good effort. That is a pretty good effort indeed. Meanwhile, Blackheart is responding now. There is an attack back down here, though. Oh, no, it's just ABCs cleaning up the infantries, but it should be okay. I think another Mechapede did fall, but more mechas are rocking up now. He uses the Traveler 59 stasis wormhole thingy-majig so he can slow these units down to kill them, but unfortunately, he doesn't have any units in position. And TiberianFuture's in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, Blackheart is now under attack. A beam cannon coming in. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with those beam cannons, but there are hammerheads here. And Blackhand definitely hate hammerheads. And he's got nothing to counter this. He went dual MCV, I think, and he just doesn't have any double A defenses to put down. He's getting chewed up. All of his Harvesters are off the line, and this is terrible for Blackheart considering he has 3 refineries. And both of them just give up basically at the exact same time. Oh man, it was just basically his buildings changed color and then bam, they all exploded like a fraction of a second later, like they both tapped out. So there you go. What can I say about that match there? Yeah, basically TiberianFuture and Blackheart just got broken. Their early game rushes didn't really work. They didn't really work, and they did okay in the after that, but then those attacks just completely just shut them down. So that's unfortunate. Not too much to say about that match there, but it is the best of 5, so there's plenty of time to come back. So stay tuned. We have game number 2 coming right up. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 2 here between TiberianFuture, Blackheart against Worker and Sozdatel, aka B3, Bravo 3, RU, sup, yo. And like I said, pretty much in every single round you're going to find this tournament, the second map will be Fotten, or aka Forgotten Forest. These guys can't get enough of it, and it is unfortunate, but you know, I'm okay to cast it as long as I have to play it every 500 times in a row. But if we jump up here, we are going to be seeing playing as the green. It's Blackheart, who is random, but he's got a GDI faction. And the Trailer 59 player over here, TiberianFuture, who surprisingly, I would have thought they did a little bit better last game. But B3 and Work, a great effort to actually destroy these guys straight up. But we have over here, it is going to be, GDI vanilla for Blackheart. And it looks like the Trailer 59 player, TiberianFuture, is going to be going for fast legs again against B3, sup, yo. Has got Scrin again, so he dealt Scrin again. I'm pretty sure they went random. And looks like Worker Ant here will be playing as a GDI faction. So Bravo 3 is going to be taking both of those spikes very nicely. A Buzzer Swarm is going to try to come in here and cause some problems. He may reach that. Nah, he's not going to reach that in time. Okay, so that's going to be safe there for B3. But the Disintegrators are coming out, and he's going to spot those well in advance. There is a Buzzer Swarm there, and he's going to see it, and he will try to take it down. But he sees that there's Disintegrators out. And a beacon has been placed. Beacon like crazy. Yes, beacon. Everyone loves those beacons. But nonetheless, they are going to get counter-scouted as well. B3 did grab both the spikes. Looks like Blackheart got both the spikes on his side. He's not joining in the rush, though. He's just going to be ecoing by the looks of things. The Disintegrator's probably looking to aim to get at least the spike. An APC with a Rifleman squad does come out, and he's got the Mine Bomb, which is really crucial. You don't want to go too close to the mountain because you can't place it unless it's completely flat. And he will actually be moving around here, so he's forcing out a decent amount of anti-infantry here. I mean, one APC is fine, yeah, but you don't really need to start dropping towers just yet. B3 puts down 2 of these Gunwalkers as well, and I mean, he has got quite a few of these Disintegrator squads. How many did he get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he got 6. I usually go with like 5, sometimes 6. And some people go for two groups of 4, which is pretty crazy, or 2 groups of 5. He needs to watch out. He's getting cutting corners again. TiberianFuture doesn't want to cut corners because it allows the Gunwalkers to catch up to him, and he will just be falling back now. And of course, this is a little bit of an issue because it is kind of up to TiberianFuture to expand here, and Blackheart is ready to put down more refs, but he can't because his ally, because he Disintegrator rushed, still needs to put down another refinery and power plant. It's actually going for a 3rd harvester, which is a good idea. What's happening down there? Battle markers, nothing serious at all. The Disintegrator squads have made their way over here, and a Seeker tank, thank you very much, B3, just gave him a Seeker tank. So obviously wasn't expecting to run into those guys. And one of the Gunwalkers did get split up, and of course one Gunwalker by itself, see you later, he's going to be able to kill that. It was the one that didn't have infused buzzers either, so that obviously was a big problem for them. Alright, and I'm back, but yeah, what is going on now? So we have, looks like Blackheart went double War Factory, so double War Factory for Blackheart. We're going to have to see how that's going to go for him now. He is moving the MCV forward, so B3 did move his MCV forward as well, so Blackheart, realizing that his ally hadn't expanded and wasn't going to expand for some time, decided to go for this kind of play, which is a good idea. Double War Factory, very powerful, of course. Bring the MCV, which means he can put down anti-infantry if required. Oh, he almost catches the MCV unpacked, but luckily they do pack it up. Disintegrator squads will be running through there. They might be able to snipe that down, but no, they're just going to run through, force more towers to be dropped. Meanwhile, the drone ship is under attack by B3. He's going to have to do something about that. 2 more Predator tanks now rocking up. It's going to be 4 in total. He doesn't really... Wow, he went for a 3rd refinery. Okay, I'm not sure what he was doing there. But maybe he had it queued, wasn't expecting that push. I don't think he was expecting the push at all. Disintegrator squad's going to get cleaned up. But yeah, I think it was that refinery was meant for this base here. And instead of cancelling it, he's put it down at his main. And his drone ship is actually going to go down unless he gets something. He's probably going to go for a gravity stabilizer. He kind of has to, because if he loses a drone ship, he needs a gravity stabilizer. Otherwise, he's out of the game. He does put one down. And yeah, it's a gravity. He's going to rebuild his drone ship straight away. But he is in a bit of trouble. He didn't get a portal down either, I don't believe. No, he didn't, which means no Disintegrator squads. He's going to have to rely solely on dev tanks, which is doable, but he's only got 1 Warp Sphere, and he's probably tanking a lot of cash as well. Meanwhile, Blackheart is moving through with a ton of Predator tanks, and this is a problem. He is actually going to get away with the assimilator. Not sure what he's going to be able to achieve with that, but nonetheless, a beacon was placed by Blackheart, so he's prepared to move again with these Predator tanks. Is he going for a ref? Yeah, he does. Oh, DAT placement. DAT placement, Blackheart. Yeah, DAT placement. But he is going to be moving through with these Predator tanks now. He's going to be up against dev tanks, but there are only 2 dev tanks here. A third one about to come out. Looks like Worker Ant has a few of these rocket squads here as well. So he might want to put down a portal because there's no anti-infantry here. And he could he's actually building gunwalkers again. So, Buzzer Swarm comes down, and that's going to be the end of that infantry there. And he needs to do something about that. Disintegrator squad's coming out now, which is a real problem. B3, he lifts off and then lands again. I think that was a mistake. He's now under severe attack here by these Predator tanks. Battle Mark is raging. It's just an APC. Does it have an engineer in it? No, it does not. This area here, they move back straight away. And, oh man, we got Cultists coming out. Cultists are coming out from the Travel 59 player. And that's not going to be good at all because these Predator tanks are prime targets. So are the dev tanks. And he will be running these Cultists away towards the anti-infantry, which is now massing at this base here. And he will be able to get most of those buzzers. Yes, all of them will go down. Battle markers over here, not sure what it was. We have some Corruptors over here, not sure where they're going. But Worker Ant is developing himself down here. Has another War Factory. Could have gone for a second ref, I think, because this War Factory is a little bit out of position. A lot of the action is going to be taking place up here. But a lot of Gunwalkers coming out now. And he could have crushed some of those tanks up against the side of the map there. But unfortunately, they didn't take that opportunity, whether they weren't watching or didn't realize it. But Blackheart had a big stream of tanks just coming down here, and they would have been easily cut off. Meanwhile, APCs are down here. Corruptors are responding. It's unusual for Corruptors to respond to that, but okay. They are going to be responding to that. Maybe he's going to go for some building snipes with them. I'm not quite sure what he's doing with those. He will be clearing out that structure just to keep the vision low for the other guys. But Blackheart does have a second ref down here, and it looks like, oh my god, Blackheart has 2 more refineries down here, far out. He is really far ahead in the economy, and now he's got this army here. He does not have AP ammo, so he sacrificed tech to get all this done. And we have Disintegrators and Cultists in here. This army is actually very well rounded. I think they could probably engage. Maybe he's waiting, as actually those Corruptors did actually make it into the base. They will not be able to get this refinery, unfortunately, because they don't have the DPS of like a flame tank or anything like that. But they do a decent amount of damage. Hammerheads are coming out, which they obviously see now. And B3 does have an expansion down, so he has finally got some more economy. He needs some more economy because he's probably going to get attacked pretty quickly soon, and there's Hammerheads now responding, which is okay. No AP ammo for Blackheart, and look at that, he's going to go straight for the Cultist squads. He doesn't even care about the APCs, and that's a problem because they are going to be a really big player in this this next lineup. And I'm not sure what the Hammerheads are doing. They're sticking around. AP ammo just finished. Oh my god, there's Hammerheads. I'm not sure what they were doing, and all these tanks. Oh man, they did not choose this engagement too wisely at all, and they will, luckily enough, be able to get those tanks back to the safety here. B3 does have a drone ship here. But Worker Ant pulled all the way back. He didn't need to pull that far back. That Orca Strike, it does splice that tank there. So it does a bit of damage. Battle marker happening down there as well. We got Hammerheads killing. There's actually units getting killed over here. TiberianFuture is losing Harvesters over here. Worker Ant doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, these guys have disengaged over here. So we'll stick on over here and see what happens. APC's now continuing to chew up these Harvesters. And he's actually got Hammerheads there as well. The Harvesters do get pulled off the line. But Worker Ant just decides, hang on a sec, no, I'm just going to pull back now. Good idea, saves a few APCs, and that can be very important. He also has the blue field under his control, basically, so he could start refining that. B3 has a lot of excess Harvesters. He could send some as well, but these guys starting to get a little bit out of control. But of course, remember, Blackheart has harvested one of the middle fields, basically, so they're going to be really far ahead. He's got another, he's got 2 MCVs, yep, and he's got refining down here. Blackheart is running away economically in this game here. He is really running away economically. The Scrim faction is going to probably need some kind of tech to deal with this, not unless he gets out a ton more Disintegrators. No, sorry, not Disintegrators, sorry, Devastators. I think that's going to be the way to go. But there's a lot of Predator tanks building up, and he does have tier 3 as well. Wow, what do you call him? Blackheart is playing phenomenal. Is that Blackheart? Yeah, got to double check, make sure that is Blackheart, because he's not really that good, but he's playing pretty smashingly in this game here. Meanwhile, a lot of towers coming down there, so he obviously loves towers, and not looking to lose anything down there. And what happened there? We got a tier 3 coming down, Warp Chasm coming down. Looks like, he does have Devastator warships out, and tripods are coming as well. And this is a problem because these guys do not have any artillery, And it looks like Blackheart's going for railguns, just a lot of ground armor, which is really good. They could just push through this whole base area. But at the same time, they're going to have to make a move soon because the Devastators, the longer this goes on, the more damage they're going to cause. Worker Ant has a great engagement down here. These tanks just streaming in almost one at a time. And he does get quite a number of kills. He might want to pull back just now to the safety of the Sonic emitter. Meanwhile, Battle Marker down there. No, it's Disintegrator squads there from TiberianFuture. And these guys are actually making the push, not Blackheart. So I was expecting Blackheart to make the push, but it looks like B3 and Worker Ant are moving through here now. Devastator warships firing on this area down here. Those Disintegrator squads, I'm not sure where they are. They actually cut in and got completely destroyed. That was not a good idea. They should have kept going to this base because there's almost no AA there. Or sorry, no, what do you call it there? Can't even remember what it's called. No anti-infantry. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on this fight here because I was jumping around a little bit. But Railguns is done, but this is the thing. There's quite a number of tripods here. Oh, look at all the destruction there from those guys going down. And Worker Ant has some more of these Predator tanks over here. And Blackheart and TiberianFuture are actually in a little bit of trouble here. There's a Mammoth tank there, though, and there's quite a lot of damage. And he does face a tripod, which is going to go in for some crush, no doubt. A lot of Tiberian being destroyed as well. The Marv is out. He's having to Marvis this field, though. Not sure if that's what they want to do, but they're going to have to do it. 3 Devastator warships out now. Not terribly effective against armor. But they should turn their guns to this base here and start destroying that. There are 2 Mammoth tanks here. There's a Juggernaut out here by Worker Ant. And more Mammoth tanks just moving through. That Mammoth tank getting chewed up pretty badly. Probably one more shot from that Sonic emitter and he should go down. He will go down. Meanwhile, B3 being forced to sell the base up here. There is a Marv. 1 rail unit only. More rail weaponry coming as well. So this is a problem for Scrin. If the rail weapons get out of control, Scrin really do have a hard time dealing with that. Normally tripods are better. But it's like a numbers thing, and those power plants are overlapping as they are. Battle Marker is raging everywhere. It looks like these guys here just turning around, so Blackheart will be turning around from this base here. Satisfy has done enough damage. There is an MCV chilling right here as well. I don't think he realizes that's there. Now it's being fired at by these Devastator warships. The Marv is going to take it down one shot if it gets in range. And he's not too sure about there. It's a little bit too much for Blackheart to control by the looks of things. So he's built so much infrastructure that he can't control it. He does deploy now. Shockwave artillery comes down, but that MCV does get sold off straight away. There's too many Devastator warships there. He does put down a plasma missile battery. He teleports somewhere. No, he teleported back. I was going to say if he teleported in here, he would have got EMP'd. And these Juggernauts are behind structures, but there's a lot of rail weaponry coming in here now. This is a big problem. Oh, no power for B3. No power. He needs power. He needs it now. He does power micro, and there's a lot of rail weaponry here as well, but they're not doing a lot of damage, and they are getting shot up from behind these structures here now. There's battle markers raging just about everywhere. I'm not going to be able to capture all this action, though, and these Mammoth tanks are going to move through. Blackheart kind of throwing quite a number of these Mammoth tanks away. I think they needed to be all come down from like one angle, but this base is taking a lot of damage now. The remainder of these Mammoths will be getting cleaned up. What's happening over here? Predator tanks going through this base here. Disintegrator squads are responding. Meanwhile, what's happening back up here? They have secured this field. The hexapod is there, and the Prodigy does grab. It does grab a Devastator warship, so he's not going to be enjoying that. And he starts grabbing the Gunwalkers because it's really all he can grab at the moment. Teleports back. He's going to have to destroy that not Plasma Spray, the Devastator warship. They do have shields now as well. Oh, he grabs a tripod. That's embarrassing. He grabs a tripod as well, and he does actually focus down some of these structures here. TiberianFuture has no build radius. Blackheart almost has no build radius, except for the tech center, which is very far back. Meanwhile, Battle Mark is raging down. His Disintegrator squad still trying to kill these Predator tanks. The Marv is actually here. And is it quad rail? It is quad rail, and it's ripping this base apart. Worker Ant cannot stop that. They're actually falling apart now. They've only got this middle base here. B3 is under attack. He cannot do anything about his own Devastator warship, which is now veteran, which is firing back at his drone platform. He might just have to run his tripods in. This APC could be responding, but it's not. Worker Ant is busy. He's got his own Marv, and he's got a Juggernaut here, so maybe he'll be okay. Maybe he'll be okay. These Predator tanks are still going finally. These Disintegrator squads decide to clean them up, and they should be able to pop them, and he's going to get heroic Disintegrator squads, and he does. Wow, he gets heroic Disintegrator squads straight away, and the Marv is actually retreating out of there. Beacon over here teleports in the tripod, and he needs to get some EMP down. Oh my god, he's got an elite Devastator warship. Teleports it back out. Oh, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Double teleport just for the win there. But yeah, this Devastator needs to be stopped right now because he's actually doing so much damage. This APC will respond. It will be responding now. There is a Hammerhead in. I'm not sure whose Hammerhead that even is. It is actually, it does belong to, Blackheart. Battle Marker's up here. Blackheart's actually setting up a refinery operations over here. Worker Ant is actually taking Tiberian from it though. So they're actually sharing it. Meanwhile, this Devastator warship, if it kills this drone platform, B3 is going to be out of the game, and he does put down a portal. It's not going to be enough. He's going to have to lift off. He does lift off. Oh, and it causes the Devastator warship not to fire at it. Oh, and he does get it. Clutch. Clutch save. B3. Oh, and that lightning spike. Oh my god, that lightning spike. There would have been almost splash damage if that Juggernaut shot at it. And the assimilator got killed, which means he needs another one. So these guys, are they going to try to snipe it with anything? They've only got a matter of seconds. No, it's not going to happen. And B3 will get the repairs he needs. Wow, clutch save by B3. But is it going to be enough? Can they come back in this game? I'm not quite sure if that's going to happen. The Marv is back down here from Blackheart and is ripping apart this base. It is ripping apart the base here. He's trying to reclaim that Juggernaut husk. Worker Ant has just a single Juggernaut. It's a veteran. It is actually going to be coming through here. And it looks like B3 will be able to take that husk. So, yeah, Worker Ant realizing that he doesn't need to do that. Quite a number of Disintegrator squads are here now. They could hold the Marv at bay. But, yeah, 2 Juggernauts and a double round Marv against a quad round Marv. It is pretty badly damaged, but it is elite, which is something of serious concern. The Hexapod is now coming back, but B3 does have access to EMP. And, of course, as soon as he gets too close here, he's going to have to teleport away. He's really got no choice, and he kills a few Corruptors in the process. But B3 is refining. Worker N is refining, even if it is very, very far back. He is still refining. Blackheart now moving over here. To be honest, this is overkill on the refineries. He doesn't need this many refineries. He could have had one on this field and one on this field because they weren't fully grown. But he's doing a good job nonetheless of actually reclaiming the Tiberium on the map. There is very little Tiberium left, except for the middle field, which is where a majority of it is. Hammerhead's coming in now, and oh, he's got a heroic Hammerhead. How did he even get a heroic Hammerhead? I'm not even sure how he got that, but he's obviously done some serious damage. There's husks here. Wow, he's actually destroying husks. Okay, so I'm not sure how he's managed to do that, but it's Marv v Marv. I think he could just engage, and he is going to engage now. There is another Juggernaut coming. B3's Juggernaut. There's 2 Juggernauts here. Can he kill this Marv, though? He's taking a lot of damage. Wow, if he kills this Marv, he's going to go heroic for sure, and he's actually doing... Oh, he teleports it away. He teleports the Marv. Oh my god, clutch save. Blackheart's Marv gets saved. It's very badly damaged. It would have lost that fight for sure. It would have definitely lost that fight. He might have killed the enemy Marv, but he would have lost his own Marv. So these guys here, B3 and what do you call his name? I've forgotten his ally already. Worker Ant. I'm so bad on names today. I'm not sure what's going on. Normally got a great memory, but that Devastator warship now will be pulling back. So the Tiberium just drying up for a little bit here for TiberianFuture and for Blackheart. So B3 and Worker Ant going to be enjoying taking this field now. They're just enjoying a lull in the engagements now. Just a slight step back, just allowing them time to recover a bit. Oh my god, there is like 10 Mammoth tanks just rolling. That's it. I think that's going to be game when they see these Mammoth tanks roll in. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to stop these. There are so many Mammoths. He needs to get them in a big line. So he obviously has been building that army. I haven't even seen it. So that is going to be pretty crazy. EMP grenades is done for Worker Ant. So obviously trying to get the EMP down on the Hexapod, which will help them immensely. He can even EMP the Mammoth tanks because they don't have adaptive armor. And he will be doing so, I think. Wow, that was a real big miss there. So, not sure what he was trying to do there. Tripods are coming out. The M grenades are here. And look at that. Has to teleport straight away. EMP grenades missed their mark because of the teleport. Harvest as well. Blackheart, you sure about that, buddy? Yeah, realizing, hang on a second, my harvest is going here. And here comes the Mammoth tank. Here comes the Mammoth tank army. So, this is probably going to be the end of the game here for these guys. Mammoth tanks now moving in. They should be able to dispose of the Marv very quickly. One Juggernaut there from B3 is firing, but I can see these guys surrendering momentarily. And the Hexapod is still there. There is a Devastator warship, but it's not going to be able to do too much. These guys here now just ripping through this base. B3 pulls his tripods back. Not sure what he can hope to achieve here now. Blackheart simply has too many Mammoths, and he just goes straight through, and he wins the game there. So, obviously, those guys uploaded the replay, because that's why we didn't see the score screen there. But nonetheless, 18-minute game. Very interesting. Look at Blackheart's resources. I mean, it kind of makes up for the fact that TiberianFuture got bugger all resources, but still, nonetheless, that was way too much resources for one player. 357,000 to 276,000, so they got about $80,000 more than them. And if you look at how much money B3 got, sorry, not B3, Blackheart, he got 257,000. And look at that, TiberianFuture got 99999 resources, so $1 short of 100 grand. But B3 and Sozdatel, so B3 is Sozdatel, B3 and Worker Ant basically got about the same amount of money, but they're going to level the series at 1-1, so Blackheart and TiberianFuture 1 game, Worker and B3 1 game, best of 5. We've got at least 2 more games coming up, possibly 3. Stay tuned, we have game number 3 coming up right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Green Zero back here again with game number 3 between TiberianFuture, Blackheart against Worker and Sozdatel B3. Looks like TiberianFuture has changed accounts. He's actually on Vinyl Scratch, which is one of his Smurfs. I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe he lost Connor or something, bugged out, but nonetheless, he's going to be playing under that account. Travel 59 and Blackhand for these guys. Again, they really like to stick with those factions, although last game, no, they didn't have those factions, did they? And Worker and B3 are both Steel Talons. So let's jump in. We're on end of the line. You guys should know this map. It's not really that popular, but it does get played every now and then. I wouldn't say it's rare, but definitely it's very favoured again against mid to good players, because it's just one of those maps where they really seem to like it. But you can see now the beaconing already, because these guys, of course, are double Steel Talons. Worker Ant now playing as, I know B3 is signed, Worker Ant will be orange, and a base pushing down the guts is for some reason really popular, even though it doesn't affect the other player if they expand over here. But again, there are some spikes over here. There's a spike over here and over the other side again, and there's also a safe one here for either player. Again, I did whip around the map pretty quickly. You should really know this map. It's been around since the game was released, so I don't cast on it that often, but we're on it today, and it is going to be something special, so we'll have to see how that goes. But we have Travel 59 player appears to be going for the extra spike, yeah, so he's going for both spikes, and B3, by the looks of things, Worker Ant will be taking the spike over here, and the spike over here as well. So Worker Ant grabbing 2 spike. Blackhand units now ripping apart. Wow, look at that. So Blackheart actually thinks he can get a spike. There are actually garrisons over here, and yeah, he's realized that Worker Ant's like, you know what, I'm just going to take one of these bunkers, and then good luck getting in. These fences as well, the infantry have to go through the gaps in the fences so they can go through the middle. Otherwise, they have to go around. And there's another squad here as well, and he could... Oh, I don't know where he's going, but he needs to get in that other bunker. He's actually going to dig a foxhole. I'm not sure why. There's actually a bunker there. Worker Ant. Oh, my God. Delicious cake. Delicious cake indeed. Are these guys rushing? No, they're not rushing at all. Looks like the Travel 59 player, TiberianFuture, didn't go for fast legs, so that's a first for this series so far. First 2 games he did go fast legs. Travel 59 love their fast legs. They're going to see they're against double Steel Talons momentarily once they scout out Worker's base, but neither side making a move for an expansion. Here we go, going for the expansion now, packs up the MCV, Pitbull comes out, and I think Blackheart is also, no sorry, B3 is also going to be doing the same thing over here. But meanwhile, did Blackheart get... No, I think he may have actually lost his engineer, sorry, so I think it might have actually been killed. We'll have a look at his vision. And these guys don't have anything, and yeah, Blackheart does have vision, so he did... Oh no, he's actually... Wow, yes, he got around. Oh my God, so he's actually run all the way around. And is he going to be able to get in here without Worker noticing? He's actually run all the way around into the windmill area here. Meanwhile, B3 is expanding, pushing very heavily to the left of the screen there. And we have the engineer is actually going to take this spike. Oh no, he gets shot through the spike. Oh my God, that always happens to me every single game, but I can never seem to do it when someone else does it against me. It is just pure luck, and the game hates me sometimes. But what's happening over here? We do have tier 2 from Blackheart. He does have tier 2 down. Probably didn't need to put down another power plant. He could have just upgraded one. But, I mean, it's actually the same cost anyway. But an upgraded power plant gives you more than another fresh one. But beam cannons are coming out, which are very popular on a map like this. Definitely expecting to see beam cannons coming out just because it's artillery at tier 2. And it only requires line of sight. Very inexpensive artillery at only $1,000 each. He's already got 2 of them out. A third one is about to join him. Yeah, he's got 3 out now. B3 actually moved his MCV all the way across. Now this is a problem. He can shield it out. I think he can shield it a little bit, but he's starting to take damage now. And a second beam cannon comes in. 2 beam cannons, as you can see, it's starting to milk it a little bit. And yeah, wow, war factory placement. But unfortunately, oh no, one of them isn't combining. He needs to stop that one and refire it because it's not combining. It's not doing additional damage here, unfortunately. He's got 3 focusing it now. There is a Titan here. He will actually get the war factory before a Titan comes out. Oh no, Blackheart, what are you doing? Crush, crush. Oh no, get out of there, buddy. Get out of there. Oh, what is he doing? And B3's just like, hey, buddy, how you doing? 2 beam cannons get crushed. Meanwhile, Battle Marker's raging over there. It's just the Scrin faction putting down a lightning spike. Probably not going to do too much damage, but these beam cannons are like, wow, we just got completely stomped there. And they will be getting destroyed as well. I don't think they're going to be able to escape here. And these 2 Titans are now moving into Blackheart's base. He has nothing. These Titans are just like rolling in here. He sells one of the war factories off because he has to. The beam cannons now not combining. Second MCV. Okay, whatever you reckon, buddy. He's apparently going to go 2 MCVs without any kind of tech center. Maybe he was planning on a tech center, but oh my God, he's got Titans in his field. Oh my God, Blackheart. What are you doing? There's battle markers raging all over the map. It's just infantry, Titans. Looks like TiberianFuture pulled back here, and there's Titans over here from workaround as well. And now disintegrator squads are coming out. That's what he needs. But these harvesters, a number of them have been crushed because there's only 2 left, and he definitely had more than that. but the others are actually just getting shot up by these Titans. And I actually know there's 2 over here, so he did get a few of them away. But oh my god, Blackheart is so heavily damaged right now. He could even try to snipe down that last one. Battlemark is raging across the map, but it's only just infantry on Tiberian, probably most of it. More Titans moving in. There are Titans everywhere. Titan spam from 2 players is going to win this game for them, I think. Blackheart just hasn't refined for like ever. It's going to be up to TiberianFuture. He has no Tiberium at all. Look at this, trying to clutch expand down there. Have you ever seen that before? There's actually Engineer running down there. Wow. Oh, Worker Ant. That is cruel. That is cruel, Worker Ant. Still trying to build beam cannons. 2 Harvesters not doing anything from Blackheart. He's falling apart a little bit. Worker Ant has a pretty big army over here, and he will be pushing through. And it looks like these tripods are here. B3 going to try to hold this. There is a war factory here from Worker that's being destroyed. The Engineer did not get sniped. He's just chilling over there. We got Hammerheads coming in. No AP ammo, so they're going to take a while to kill those units, but there's a lot of Titans coming over. The tripods probably won't be able to fight these just because there's too many of them. And they will take a lot of damage, especially with the rear armor there. Those Titans will get a kill. It nails it. Absolutely nails it there. Destroys that structure as well. And we got... it has got a Prodigy out, and Blackheart is re-refining now. And there is a beacon placed down here. So Hammerheads are there. He's got to watch out for Hammerheads. That's a big problem. He has no AA. He has no AA. There's Wolverines here, and he gets shot up straight away. And the Hammerheads are just like, YOLO. Yeah, they killed that. Nicely done. And it looks like he's trying to go for a hexapod, but he does not have the time to put that down. There's 3 tripods here, actually. These 3 tripods could really do some serious damage. He will be taking out the warp sphere. I think he needs to take it out and then get out of there because these tripods... Yeah, tripods are running forward now. He could try to focus them. He is going to try to focus one of them. Meanwhile, what's happening over there? Sand turret coming down. He does EMP one of the Titans, and they do change targets. Oh no, they're not going to get any of the tripods. Wow, they could have got 2. But nonetheless, the Engineer is still chilling over there. So looks like Blackheart has surrendered, and he's just given everything he's got to TiberianFuture and say, here you go, buddy. You're going to have to do this by yourself. Worker Ant did recapture that spike, so he's only on... TiberianFuture is only on 2 spike instead of 3. Storm Column is there. Might want to watch out for that. He is going to try to fight this here. Not sure how well he's going to do just because he doesn't have an expansion, and these guys are taking their natural expansion. Oh man, B3 has 3 refineries here. For some reason, there's one place way out here. I'm not sure why, but obviously panicking a little bit. There's no AA. There is no AA for these guys. They are going to try to focus down these tripods. They are getting repairs. He will be able to destroy some of them. Meanwhile, Battlemark is over here. Wolverine's moving in to destroy these power plants, and he does put down a Storm Column. He's trying to snipe down the Warp Chasm. If the Hexapod comes out, he may have a chance at winning this game. Oh, it's going to be clutch. It comes out. Oh, man, he just gets it out in time. He destroys it now. The Hammerheads are out of there. One more may go down. Yeah, one more gets sniped down, unfortunately, there. But he will be destroying the Operations Center, and he gets the Hex out, which, I mean, the Hex is a Hex. If he gets a Prodigy out, he could recover that Husk as well with an Engineer, but these Steel Talons player, B3's got 4 refineries down here now. He's got crazy refineries. Worker Ant does have railguns just finished for him. He doesn't have much of an... Actually, no, he's got an expansion over here as well, doesn't he? Oh, no. Those 3 harvesters. I'm not sure why he's got silos everywhere. Maybe they're just from leftover from beforehand. Railgun units now moving in, and this game is really crazy. I haven't seen a game like this on this level for quite some time that's ended up like this. It's just really weird. Shockwave comes down, but Phase also comes down. Titans cannot be crushed by tripods, but they can be crushed by the Hexapod, which is a bit of an issue, and he's going to try to focus down that unfazed one, which is a good move. It's a very good move, but Titans are moving around here, and there's almost nothing left. That Storm Column is down. That Titan there is just going to crush both of those harvesters, kills them both. This whole base is going to go down. TiberianFuture might just want to sell that up because there's not much he can do with it. He is trying to go for nod units by the looks of it, some infantry. But B3 doesn't have any more EMP. We've got, obviously, the Shockwave will already be used by one of our travel players. I don't know, by one of our Steel Talons players. There is still one more if the other one does have Tech Center, but I'm not sure if B3 has a Tech Center. There is Juggernauts coming out now, and these tripods are going to get shot up. Yeah, they get an EMP down on one of the Titans, but there's too many Titans here. The cannon damage is real. Look at the shielding as well, and TiberianFuture decides to call it there. Can't blame him. There's actually Titans in his base, his main base as well, so... that was all over there. So unfortunately for TiberianFuture and Blackheart going down there in that game, it is now 2-1 in favor of Worker and B3. And Worker and B3 may very well go through in this series here. They're in a clutch moment here. They really won that game significantly. Blackheart just flatlined. The beam cannons were a great idea, but it was just beam cannons. There was no infantry. If he had a couple of rocket squads, no worries. Could have taken out those times, kept sieging that base, got the MCV, bam, pushes over, and everything falls back into their favor, but not to be. But anyway, very good game by those players. Obviously, Worker in B3, completely crazy, out of control with the eco there. But stay tuned. We have game number 4 coming right up. We'll have to see if TiberianFuture and Blackheart can survive in this series. They need to win the next 2, and Worker and B3 are just 1 game away from moving to the next round. Stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero back here for game number 4 between TiberianFuture Blackheart versus Worker and B3 Sozdatel. B3 sup. Yo, we are on Alpine Valleys, which I really like this map. It's actually a really good 2v2 map, and you can play it free for all as well, apparently. But we're going to jump in. You guys probably should know this map. I'm pretty sure I've showed you it before, but the center has 4 towers and 4 garrisons. Pretty stock standard, easy to understand. EMP in the middle. 4 blue Tiberian fields, all have crystal on them as well, like straight away. So they've all got crystal on them, and of course you start in the corners here. Blackheart is going to be playing as Blackhand by the looks of things. No, he's Nod Vanilla. So did I get the colors right? Yeah, Blackheart went for Nod Vanilla, so he went for random actually. He's got a spike over here. There's an expansion field down here that's mainly for TiberianFuture, who I believe just went for Traveler 59 again. He did go for Traveler 59, so there we go. Fast leg's coming out for him. He's got his spike, which is right there. Expansion field there. Most people will take the blue fields first, and they'll all rush to get the gun towers because they're really good, and the whole thing is mirrored on the other side. Meanwhile, we have Worker Ant here playing as Steel Talons. Looks like he's dealt Steel Talons in this game. And B3 sup yo will be a Scrin faction here, Scrin Vanilla in this fight here. So B3 moving out. Did he go for an engineer? No, didn't go for a tower. Doesn't look like he didn't go for a tower either. Did anyone go for a tower? Oh my god, I don't think anybody went for a tower. No, nobody has decided to go for them. That is really unusual. Normally everyone would at least try to make an attempt at a tower. But yeah, especially the GDI player, there's really no excuses. He should be able to take his tower. It is slightly out of range of this field. I mean, you can siege harvesters that are on this side of the field, but they're placed there for a reason. So they can't camp the whole thing and put a ref down here, still harvest. But Disintegrator squads are out, and Worker Ant is aware of it, and he's got a tower down already. He's probably going to have a buzzer hive drop by his ally. No, TiberianFuture just decides he's going to turn around here. He's probably going to go for the spike because it's undefended. Very easy target for him to destroy. Meanwhile, B3 just ecoing away here, and I believe Blackheart is doing the same. Yeah, no flame rush from Blackheart this time. The spike will fall. No, there's a Wolverine coming, so the spike will not fall. He could take out that Rifleman squad if he wants to, but TiberianFuture decides not to engage here. He's actually moving around this building here, and the buzzers do try to engage. They draw fire, but not for long enough. And unfortunately, TiberianFuture will take a little bit of damage here, but he's got to watch out. There's a Wolverine there. It's chewing him up a little bit, and I think he's just going to go for it. Yeah, he's going to go for it. And he's actually going to destroy this Wolverine. Wow, he gets the kill, but now he's kind of committed. He needs to get around, yes, use it as cover, use the mountains as cover, and he will be able to get some of these guys away. So he got a Wolverine and Rifleman squad. That's really all he's killed with this, which I'm not sure if it is enough damage. Probably is not enough damage. This one Seeker tank doing a surprising amount of damage to that harvester there, and that's probably not what he wants to see. He has to pull it off the line to get repairs, but he will be okay. B3 not really paying attention, so the Seeker tank just attacks its next closest enemy, and he will be destroying that Seeker tank pretty quickly. Meanwhile, these Incinerator squads moving over here. Looks like they got cleaned up, I believe, and now B3 is moving to take that spike. Sorry, not the spike, the tower. But no, they did actually get through, so they're actually attacking B3's spike now. Wolverine's now rushing across. What is TiberianFuture doing in the meantime? Looks like he might be going for more Disintegrator squads here. Yeah, he is going for more Disintegrator squads. There's a Rifleman squad coming down, which is going to scout that. He does not spot, he does not kill the spike, but he doesn't lose his units either. Doesn't quite kill that Wolverine, but he will be killing both Wolverines now, so there you go. So both Wolves will fall, and he's actually going to be going for the Gunwalkers as well. Wow, he's going to try to snipe those down. The Disintegrator squads are still moving around. Meanwhile, battle marker over here looks like he did clean up the Rifleman squad. B3 is now getting blue Tiberian, which is a big problem, but so is our Blackhand player here. What do you call him? Blackheart. He might want to quickly grab that tower there because that's really, it's so valuable. These towers, they're so powerful in this game here. They're just the ability to just smash down units, and of course you can use a repair tool on them as well. It's one thing from 0 hour. The turrets in 0 hour that you could capture were really weak, so I think they've fixed that really heavily in this game here. I probably mentioned that before. Units getting attacked over there, but he does go into the tower, and of course 2 shots a Scorpion tank He's not going to be liking that at all. He's repairing it straight back up. But yeah, he still hasn't captured that. Battle marker is happening down there. It's just buzzers. Meanwhile, we have Disintegrator squads. Did not see this going into this base here. Will they get a harvester kill? They kind of need to get a harvester kill. They do get one, but it's only going to be one. I'm not sure if that was worth it entirely. But Worker Ant does clean it up. Does he have AP ammo? He is getting AP ammo. He's going for air as well, which is a real hassle for Travel 59. He is getting blue Tiberium, but looks like everyone's getting blue Tiberium now. And bikes will be moving through here. There's some Mechapedes there. He might be able to focus that down if he gets headshots on it. But the Scorpion Tank's got a few rounds on it, and cannon damage is quite good against Mechapede heads. But he will be backing off now. Tech is down, of course, obviously for B3. He has expanded again. This base somewhat vulnerable. I think there's still that buzzer still going away. Yeah, he's got beam cannons coming out, so he's actually going for beams again. So he's got quite a number of beam cannons, and they can destroy the mecha heads. But again, if he snipes this refinery down, he could just flat out deny this expansion, and that could be very important. The Disintegrator squads come in now. He will be trying to focus down the head. Yeah, look at that. The beam cannon's trying to fire, but they're moving out of range, and he needs to make sure that that tower is down. The beam cannons might just want to pop it, and he will. Oh no, they're not combining their beam, and now they're going to get shredded. Oh no, and he doesn't have the tower. He does not have the tower. He does get combined on that mecha head, and he does take it down, but I'm not sure. That was a really weird combine. I can't believe he got combined on that head and accidentally combines a segment. But yeah, not getting the tower, that could have helped out immensely here. He still does not have it. He has a tech center, surprisingly, but it looks like Orcas now are raiding the Traveler 59 base, and they don't have hard points. Phases him. 2 harvesters go down, so he doesn't lose any more than that. Meanwhile, fighting over here, killing Wolverines. Disintegrator squad's moving through this base area here now, and we have these beam cannons now. He's got quite a number of beam cannons, probably doesn't need to build too many more, but again, he could actually just move forward and snipe that base down. There are mechas responding, but I don't think these guys are going to get in range soon enough. Yeah, he does use the decoy, but I think that's just to get vision in this base. He really wants to get that refinery, but he just can't get it. He's going for Tib core as well, and he's actually going to move forward. Is he going to get the snipe on this? Oh man, he could snipe the refinery down. I mean, there's still a lot of blue Tib there, so he will get the snipe down. Doesn't get the combine he wants, but it's still good enough. Oh no, he doesn't. He stops firing. Oh, he gets the mecha head though. He does get the mecha head, and he should get. Oh, he gets the other one. Nice target firing there from Blackheart, but he didn't actually drop the extractor. That could be a problem. Now there's tripods in his base, or tripods in his line, killing him. And again, that tower, once again, not helping out here, and he will lose all of his beam cannons. That's a little bit too much damage, I think. Meanwhile, Obelisk is over here. Behemoths are sieging this base. He will lift off, and does he get off in time? He does. He takes a little bit of damage, but he does get out of there. It's best to wait till they're in between the firing. Yeah, that doesn't actually do any damage to that, buddy. Nice go on there, Worker Ant. But he will be moving across here now. These Orcas are back. There's no AA, so these guys here are going to be able to destroy these tripods. Meanwhile, Battle Marker's over there. The MCV is now expanding again. So Blackheart has dual MCV. Avatar's now getting destroyed. He's going to need some more. He actually got... Did he get laser capacitors? I think he got laser capacitors. Yeah, he did. I'm not sure why. He doesn't really have anything... I guess maybe because of the Scorpion tanks early on, but he forgot about it. Orbital Strike comes down, and Tiberian-Future is pushed off this base. Worker Ant, even though that LOL supersonic airstrike will actually clean this base up. And look at that, there's a lot of blue Tiberian there that Tiberian-Future didn't get. And because of the Orcas, he's really down on his luck at the moment. He needs to get an expansion down. He's moved over here, not far enough though. Tripods are moving through here, the Avatar is over here. And he has got, there's actually a lot of mechas moving through this base now. And there's 2 Avatars here. They should be able to focus down the head of one of these mechas straight away. And he is actually moving his tripods over here. He needs some clutch obbies, and he needs them now. He's only got one queued up by the looks of things. The other one is queuing a structure. But these mechas are now tearing through the base, and they're probably just going to go for power plants. They will be doing a lot of damage. The tripods actually turn around. So, oh, they're going for the tech center as well. Oh, he's going to lose his obbies. Oh no, he's got one obelisk over there, but it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, Tiberian-Future is getting pushed here. There's actually... Oh no, the Prodigy is out. Buzzer Swarm does miss its mark, so the Prodigy will survive, and he area mind controls some of these units. He's actually not even firing at that Mammoth Tank. He's trying to fire at that area mind control Behemoth, but it is pretty crazy. Meanwhile, Tibvane did go off, didn't kill those units, unfortunately. Blackheart is looking pretty... he's not dead, I guess, but he's in a lot of trouble. And meanwhile, the Prodigy is still here. It is holding. He should just grab the Mammoth Tank, because the Mammoth Tank would allow him to kill all these Behemoths, and he does take it down now, and he will be able to destroy those. And he's moving through. He's actually got a Cultist squad, and he should be able to take down, or he should be able to take another one. And he area mind controls, so now he has control of all this army. And look at that, he's going to force fire down this Behemoth. Oh, he needs to watch out. He needs to watch out. There is a Hammerhead there. He does teleport away. He teleports back to his base, but there's no AA. This Hammerhead needs to die, and it does die, unfortunately for Worker. Meanwhile, Battlemark is raging over here. We'll be regaining some of these husks. B3 is refining happily, and that clutch ref, which is still alive, he's repaired it to full health. Oh man, Blackheart is refining, so he's still okay. He's still okay, and I mean, TiberianFuture is a little bit okay. He puts down a double A turret, but it's not in the right spot. He teleports across. Oh, nice work there. Very nice work indeed. That Hammerhead's not going to be able to get the kill, and he does lose that Mammoth tank, unfortunately. There's a few husks here that he really could have benefited from teleporting in some units, but unfortunately, not going to happen. The Prodigy, no, I thought that was a Prodigy, it's over here. The Prodigy could easily take these tanks though, and he needs to get something. He needs to get those husks. If he gets those husks, he might be okay. There's 2 Hammerheads coming in though, and he air mind controls. He needs to teleport. He needs to teleport. They are coming over. Oh, teleport, but he's going to get the teleport off. He does get it off. Oh my god, clutch Prodigy play. Now that mind controlled Mammoth thing is going to be taking all the damage here. Oh, well, the one that he's got permanently mind controlled, and he does actually get. Oh, he gets them all back. Oh no, he got it killed. There's dead Hammerhead everywhere over there, so he's obviously lost that. And the problem is now that he cannot rebuild that. So TiberianFuture is basically dead. Looks like Blackheart actually surrendered. Yeah, his whole base is under attack now. And oh my god, Worker and B3 sup yo are now in a position to take this whole series. Doesn't realize there's an MCV right there. There he does, he realizes it now. He's like, hang on a second, there is an MCV right here. And TiberianFuture is probably just scratching his head right now going, oh my god, we are going to lose this series. Oh, it is not looking good for him. There's a lot of Mammoth tanks and surprisingly no railguns. Is he going for it? Yeah, he's going for it, but I mean, to be honest, he doesn't really need. And he does phase his own units and Tib Vanes these Mechapes, which is a really interesting move there. Actually manages to work out. He's going for another Prodigy, but again, Steel Talon's going for this kind of armor against Trader 59. You can see that the Cultist and the Prodigy will have a field day if there isn't proper Hammerhead coverage here, but it doesn't matter now. He doesn't have the ability to build the Prodigy. And the Orcas now, I'm not sure where they've been all game, whether they got destroyed and they've just come back, but they are here now. And TiberianFuture, unfortunately, will be losing this game. This base will go down. He's got some units over here, but B3 will be able to take care of that. And that is going to be... Oh, he puts a super weapon down. Why the hell not? He's got enough time to build a super weapon. Apparently, he must have a lot of money, but now this base is getting destroyed. He sells up everything. Is he going to sell out of the game? He does have this Tib Chem plant, but there's not much he can do with it. He drops a Catalyst, doesn't do anything because none of these units have Tiberium Infusion. And he just takes the MCV, and TiberianFuture now, despite having a super weapon, you'd think he'd be in a good position, but no, he is not in a good position, and his remaining buildings will be going down now. This is all he's got left, basically. Everything else has been sold. He's got an avatar, but he's probably just saying it's GG's now. Railguns is done. We can see it coming out of the bottom of the screen there now. And Worker Ant and B3 will progress to the grand final of this game series. And unfortunately, Blackheart and TiberianFuture will bow out. So unfortunate for those guys there, going down 3-1, but it was a pretty close series nonetheless. Very good games by these players. Not much else to say. Probably do my best to bring some more videos. Of course, stay tuned to Kane's Wrath Online for more updates on the upcoming events. It's a big time. It's an exciting time for Kane's Wrath, and there's just more and more happening now. So stay tuned. I hope you all enjoyed this game series. I'm Green Zero, and I'll see you all next time.